everyone, Sheldon here, and in this video I'm going to be painting the paper phone case, finally. So it's been a long time, and I'm just going to use this Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover Paint Plus Primer. It's flat black, and it bonds to metal, plastic, all different types of materials. So since everything's coated with super glue, it's basically plastic, and it kind of makes sense. So to start off, I'm just going to take this apart so I can put some tape in certain areas to not get paint on the internal surfaces. So I'm just going to take a screwdriver, take these screws out, and take those little cross pins out. So you can see how this is going to go together. It's pretty simple, but also a little overly complicated. Just fits together like a puzzle, just like that, and then I would put the screws in and the pins, everything would stay in place. And now I just basically need to figure out how I'm going to tape it off. So there is going to be paint right there on that internal surface, but not inside the actual phone case. So I'm avoiding doing that because that can cause all sorts of problems with friction, and it could probably damage my phone. So I'm just going to find some methodology to doing this. So I'm not really going to talk. You can just see what I'm going at here. Alright, there it is with all the tape and stuff on there. I think I have something that works. Kind of a pain to do this. Like, I could spend hours doing this, but I'm not going to. So let's go outside and paint it. It's very windy out here. Dry it a little bit, flip it over. Alright, so it's been about 24 hours. You can see the paint is mostly dry. It's still a little bit sticky. I still have some paint on my hands from yesterday. It doesn't really wash off very well. But all I'm going to do is just peel off the tape and the paper, and we'll see what it looks like. A little bit right there and right there. Sandpaper. I don't know who hired the guy who painted this, but it's alright. I think he did an alright job. A little bit of sandpaper too. Alright, so I got most of the paint kind of just sanded off in those areas where it bled over. And it's not perfect, but it looks better. Obviously, there were some areas where it got down in there, which is fine. It should just rub off. But I think it turned out pretty good. Everything seems to look uniform. And here's the bottom here. It's not a perfect surface finish, you know, but I think I'll do some touch-ups and stuff. And if you guys do want to see the finished product, I'll probably post some pictures on Instagram after cleaning it up a little bit and doing some paint work in certain areas. But what's important is that it still comes apart, and you can see there isn't really much paint that got in there, and it doesn't affect anything anyway, so that's perfectly fine. Just goes together like that. And I just put my phone in there. So that's what it looks like, and the screws are in there along with the rectangular rods, I guess you could call them. So I think it looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm just going to do some mild touch-ups and take some pictures, and then put the buttons in there and stuff and post it on Instagram. Here's kind of an up close shot so you can kind of see the surface finish. It's not perfect, but you know, I think it kind of adds character, and it's a phone case, so it's going to get used and probably dinged up and dropped or something, but it's pretty cool. Got the ports here that line up, and I think that's the Wi-Fi port or something, I'm not really sure. The holes for the buttons. Yeah, so since this video is up right now, I thought I should let you guys know that my Patreon page is up and live and running. I have some pictures, a few pictures on there of one thing at least right now, and a trailer video and some things you guys can expect to see over there. And if you'd like to support me, I'd really appreciate it. That's basically where I'm going to put all of the gun videos, the paper gun videos, because they get demonetized here on YouTube, which is kind of unfortunate. And they take a long time to make, so I definitely don't want to stop doing it, but I also want to be able to continue to make that content for you guys. So you're still going to see stuff like the paper M1911 on YouTube and the paper guns and all that, but I'm just going to go a lot more in depth into how everything works on Patreon, you know, just as a way to incentivize you guys to go over there. Like, I can go into real depth with a bunch of things and how everything works, and on YouTube I can't do that with certain things, so I'd really appreciate it. I'll be making videos on this stuff regardless, and I'll appreciate anything you do. Just by you watching these videos is enough for me. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below or in a personal message, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see all the latest updates, and the links to the Patreon and stuff and other resources, it's all in the description below this video, so be sure to check that out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.